Hey, this is Mike from Minimal 3DP, and today we're going to update one of my machines that's running Klipper. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, normally updating Klipper on a machine, particularly if you have the web interface, is pretty simple. You just go down to Machine if you're using Mainsail. You hit the refresh button, and if there's any updates, you can install them individually, or as I always do, I just hit Update All and start the update. And that'll take a couple minutes to download and install the updates. So we'll let that go and come back in a second. And once it's finished updating, I can just hit close, and typically it'll reboot. Everything's up to date. Then, hey, in my case, I noticed this issue up here. So I noticed I had some warnings. And what it's telling me is both my MCU, my main control board, and my EBB CAN board are using deprecated code. And basically that means it's not running all the latest Klipper features. Now, typically, Klipper's installed, the bulk of it, on your Raspberry Pi, your compute module, or maybe your CB1, depending on what you have set up. In my case, I have it on the CB1, so I've updated on the CB1. Now, what it's telling me is I need to update the version of Klipper, which is just going to be a small install file, on the actual motherboard itself and on the CAN board. So what I'm going to walk you through today is what needs to be done to update the MCU and the MCU on the CAN board. So with that being said, let's switch over and we'll get to work. Now, the easiest thing I found to update the board, particularly if you're using CAN, which I am on pretty much all of my printers, is to just go over to the Esoterical CAN bus guide that we've used before to get our EBB boards set up. And if you look, there's an option here for updating. So we're going to go down to there and basically follow these steps. And since we've already installed CAN bus using this guide on the printers, it's actually going to be fairly straightforward. Now, you'll notice there's updating the toolhead and then updating the motherboard. In my case, I found that neither one seems to really matter which one you do first. We're just going to follow the menu and go to toolhead updating. So the first thing I'm going to do is SSH into my printer. So to get started, we want to update the various tools in the folders. So we're going to go over here and just paste this command in and run it. In my case, it's already up to date, so I'm good to go. I don't need to worry about it. Just because I fat fingered that, let's run it one more time. So again, already up to date. And we're going to start by updating the toolhead. Now, the steps are really easy. So we're going to CD into the Klipper folder. We're going to type in make menuconfig. What I do is go over to the common toolhead hardware. I scroll all the way down because I've already done the catapult config, because that's how I installed it originally. Now I'm just updating. So I'm just going to follow these instructions here and make sure it's set up the same over here in the menu config. Now you want to make sure, again, that bootloader set, everything looks set up here correctly. And because it's correct, I'm going to hit Q. If this config has changed, it'll wind up prompting you to save. In my case, I didn't make any changes, so I'm just going to leave it as is. Now, we're going to, once we have the menu config set up, I'm going to type in the make clean and make commands. This will actually compile the firmware based on the settings we've just selected. So we'll let that finish. Now, just to verify things, we make sure that the klipper.bin is the last file we see here. That's correct. We now need to stop Klipper from running on the machine. I'm going to enter my password again. Next command is going to make sure we're in catapult mode. So we're going to paste the command in, and then we need the UUID for the toolhead. We simply get that by going over to the machine, go to the printer.config. You have two CAN bus UUIDs. You have the motherboard and then the CAN bus board, or I'm sorry, the EBB CAN board. Now I'm doing the toolhead first, so I'm just going to copy the UUID for the toolhead, paste that in over here, and run it. Now you'll notice it does connect, so that's good. Let's go back over here to our commands. We're going to query it. Make sure, again, it's in catapult mode. You'll see we see the UUID right there. I'm going to grab the flash command, and we can just grab the UUID from right here, and we'll run it. You'll sometimes notice, and this is probably going to happen here, this is actually going to crash on me, and it's not going to totally flash. Now, this occasionally happens when the board gets a little finicky, and for some reason, this board seems to do it a lot on this machine. We're just going to give this a minute. We'll see a long error. Now, in order to fix this, what we're going to do is go up here, copy the Klipper stop command again, paste it. I'm going to run that, hit the up arrow, and then hit flash again. And we'll see if this goes. Now, as you can see, it didn't flash. That's okay. Let's go over to the printer real quick, and I want to show you something. Just going to click on the webcam so you can see the print head and the board. If we look at the board, there's two little buttons on it. One's a reset button. So I'm going to hit the reset button twice, and then immediately after hitting the reset button, I'm going to run my command again. So I'm over here at my command line. I'm just going to hit up. So the command's ready. I'm going to walk over to the toolhead and click the button twice. Run the command, and we'll see if that actually goes this time. Now you'll notice it's actually installing. This is great, and that's finished correctly. Now it doesn't say flash success. It says programming complete. That's okay. We're going to look down here, and we're going to run the query command again. This time it should show the board in Klipper mode, not catapult. And it is in Klipper mode, and we can start Klipper back up again. So right now, the toolhead is up to date. Let's switch over and do the motherboard. So I'm in Esoterical's guide again and going to CAN bridge motherboard updating. We're already in the Klipper folder. We're going to type in our make menu config again, and this time we're doing it based off of our motherboard. I've gone to the common hardware types. In my case, I'm using a Big Tree Tech Mana MAP version 1.1. I don't need any of this. All I need is this very bottom window to make sure it's configured appropriately. Let's go over here. Enable low level is selected. I'm going to go to the SMT boards. I want to select the G0B1 board, and that's down here. My bootloader offset is 8 kilobytes. Clock reference 8 megahertz. I'm changing the communication interface to USB to CAN bridge, and that should be the USB to CAN bus bridge USB PA11, PA12, and that's for my board. The CAN bus interface needs to be changed to PD1213. I'm going to leave the USB IDs as is, leave the CAN bus speed as is. I am going to select the step on both edges, and the GPIO needs to be set to nothing. So this time, when I hit Q, it prompts me to save. I'll hit yes. I'm then going to go down to bottom here, and let me type in a clear so we have a little bit more space. And I'm going to type in make clean. That gets rid of any old cruft that's there. Type in make, and this is making the firmware. You'll notice at the bottom I see the clipper.bin. That is great. Going back over to our commands, I need to stop Klipper. So let's paste the command in. Next, we need to type in the command, this command, and change to our motherboard UUID. Back over to the machine, go to the printer.config. Here's the MCU. So I'm just going to copy that UUID, paste it in. In our next step, we're looking for the ID of the motherboard. So I'm going to type in this ls command. Now, if things are all correct, I should see a catapult, USB-catapult. I've typed in a clear command. I did have an error on the board with it connecting. When I ran the ls command, it did not show the USB-catapult. To fix that, I simply went over to the board and hit the reset twice. So there's a reset button on the board, hit it twice, ran my ls command. There's the path I need. So go back to the guide, and we have a long command we need to type in here. Just going to cut and paste. I'm going to delete out the dev serial here and then paste in this line from the ls. So I'm going to copy it, hit paste, run it. You can see it's installing. That's perfect. So let's type ls USB, and I should see the CAN adapter, which I do right here. So that's good. And let's go over and grab the last command to restart Klipper. So Klipper is now started on this machine, and everything should be up to date. So let's go over here and hit refresh, and you'll notice that I now see my MCU. I see my CAN board. I'm seeing the statistics down here. Everything's looking good. I'm actually good to go. You'll also notice I'm no longer seeing any warnings. So right now, everything's up to date and good to go. So if you have any questions or comments, please post below. I'll talk to you again soon.